Gary, you've got a defense right now that ranks #1 in the country in total defense. Obviously, Dave Aranda has a lot to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about Dave that has made him excel seemingly wherever he goes?
Well, I think the first thing is anytime a coach is successful, he's got some good players with him that buy into his system and the beliefs of what the defense is trying to get done as a whole. Without that, you have zero chance as a coach. I don't care where you're at or who you're coaching. So he's got some very talented young men who care. Number two, there is a plan. The plan is in place. The plan is flexible, but the core of the plan always stays together on the defensive side of the football. It starts with fundamentals. It starts with stopping the run, and it moves to causing issues with the quarterback as he continues to move through a game that you want to get him off track. And Dave has a very, very good mind. Let's not forget the rest of the guys in that room that are there with him. Coach Chad, Bill, do a tremendous job. Ben Strickland does a tremendous job, and those guys as a core defensive unit. This year I've spent a lot of time sitting in those meeting rooms with those guys, and I really haven't done that since I've been with Dave. I took my last year at Utah State and decided to spend much more time on the offensive side of the ball for meetings, and he handled that situation very well as far as the defense there. And last year was not in there hardly at all again. It's handled very well, but it's fun to be over there this year and see how they kind of go about things. And Dave's a very good football coach. He's got some very good football coaches with him. And like I said, some very talented players. And that's a recipe for success as long as you stick with your plan, which he does. If I sat back and I just said how Dave goes about teaching and how he goes about implementing a game plan, the young men understand where their fits are, and as they've gone through their time here with approaching 2 years here, pretty quick, they've been able to understand what the system is, and there's ideas that go into it. There's terminology. There's a language that I always use that word with defense. I think it's so important that they speak the same language, and then you can get 11 guys on the same page, and it doesn't have to necessarily be 11 NFL players at this level to be a very good defense, but it does have to be 11, good football players or however many kids are running through. And then the other thing that I think is important is the packages that we run. It allows young men to get, even if they're a young player and they're getting, 7 reps a game, or they're getting 10 reps a game, and they're in a package, it allows them to have tremendous pride in their defense and know that their number can be called at any moment, and they're just not going to be guaranteed to sit there and watch the whole game. And that's another big part of our defense as we move forward, and I think Dave has done a good job of using that also.